ஆழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம், எம்பெருமானார் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், பெரியாழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம். ஸ்ரீசைலேசதயா பாத்திரம் தீபக்தியாதி குணார்ணவம் யதீந்திர பிரவணம் வந்தே ரம்ய ஜமாத்திரம் முனி ரம்ய ஜாமாத்திரி யோகீந்திர பாதரேகாமயம் சதா ததா யத்தாத்ம சத்தாதிம் ராமானுஜ முனிம் பஜே. லக்ஷ்மீநாத சமாரம்பாம் நாத யாமுன மத்தியமாம் அஸ்மத் ஆச்சாரிய பரியந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். யோ நித்யமச்சுத பதாம்புஜே யுக்மருக்ம व्यामोहद स्थितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर् भगवतोऽस्य दैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. माता पिता स्तनया भूति सर्वम्यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य न कुलपतेर्कुलाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्गुरीगुणं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना. भूतं जरश्च महताह्वये भट्टनाथ श्रीभक्तिसार कुलशेखर योगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्ग्रिरेण प्रकाले यतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्. गुरुमुखमनदीत्य प्राह वेदानशेषान् नरवतिपरिक्लुप्तं शुल्कमादात् कामः श्वशरममरवन्द्यं रङ्गनाथस्य साक्षात् द्विजकुलतिलकं तं विष्णुचित्तं नमामि. மின்னார் தடமதில் சூழ் வெள்ளிபுத்தூர் என்னொருகால் சொன்னார் கழக்கமனம் சூடினோம் முன்னாள் கிழியறுத்தான் நினைத்தோம் கீழ்மேனிச் சேரும் வழியறுத்தோம் நெஞ்சமே வந்து பாண்டியன் கொண்டாட பற்றபிரான் வந்தான் என்று ஈண்டிய சங்கம் எடுத்துத வேண்டிய வேதங்களோதி விரைந்து கிழியறுத்தான் பாதங்கள் யாமுடைய 10. Dhivyaprabandham series of lectures in English. We've been going through the divine meanings for periyAzhwAr thirumozhi, composed by Vishnuchitta Alvar, periyAzhwAr, Bhattanatha, Pattarpiran. These are all different names of periyAzhwAr. He composed periyAzhwAr thirumozhi and fully enjoyed Krishna Leela throughout this dhivyaprabandham. Starting from his childhood pastimes, periyAzhwAr enjoys every step in the life of Krishna. Now we are up to 3rd centum, 6th decade. We are going to see the beautiful meanings for this particular decade. This decade starts with nAvalam thīvinil That is how it starts with. This padigam talks about Krishna's leela of playing flute. This padigam is special that Krishna leela is enjoyed by periyAzhwAr as periyAzhwAr. So far we have seen that periyAzhwAr enjoyed Krishna leela in the mood of Mother Yashoda, Gopikas and so on. But here periyAzhwAr is enjoying as it is, in the mood of periyAzhwAr himself. We are seeing the beautiful meanings of this decade with the Divyartha Deepika commentary of Kanchipuram Prativadi Bhayankaram Sri Uve Anangaracharya swAmy, a very great scholar who lived in the previous century, and he has contributed a lot to our Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam by writing so many books on our Sampradaya literature. So this is one of his very important contribution, where he has written simple translation for all of the 4000 dhivyaprabandham, 4000 dhivyaprabandham pAsurams of Alvars. Now we are into periyAzhwAr thirumozhi 3.6. nAvalam thīvinil nangamīr nangamīர்கள் இதோர் அற்புதங் கேளீர். தூவலம் புரியுடைய திருமால் தூய வாயில் குழலோசை வழியே கோவலர் சிறுமியர் இளங்கொங்கை குதுகலிப்ப உடலுள் அவிழ்ந்து எங்கும் காவலம் கடந்து கயிறு மாலையாகி வந்து கவிழ்ந்து நின்றனரே. That is the first pasuram of this beautiful decade. Let us see the simple meanings, word by word meanings. பெரிய நாவல் தீவினில் வாழும் நங்கமீர்கள். This Jambudvipam, Naval Padam means Jambu fruit. In this Jambu Dvipam, which is very beautiful and which is very vast, those girls who are living here. So here, periyAzhwAr is informing all the girls in this Jambu Dvipam, the place where we are all living. The Bhulokam is divided into many portions. There are different oceans and different islands. Among them, this Jambu Dvipam is one of the main islands, which is where our Bharata Varsham is, our Bharata Desham is. So he is inviting all who are in this Jambu Dvipam and he is telling, Ur Arpudam Idi Kedir. You listen to this amazing news with your ears. When they ask, what is the amazing news? periyAzhwAr is saying, Tu Valampuri Udaya Thirumal. The pure Sri Panchajanyam, which is having a right side curve. Valampuri means it's curved in the right side. So that pure Sri Panchajanyam, which is held by Shriyapati. Thirumal means Shriyapati, on who is Sriman Narayana, that is Krishna. He is incarnated as Krishna. His Tuyavayil Kudal Osai Vadiye. From his beautiful divine lips, Tuyavai, divine lips, beautiful lips, placed and blown the flute by the music coming from the flute, or through the music coming from the flute. Kovalar Sirimiyar, through that music, all the Kovalar Sirimiyar means the Gopala girls, Gopikas, their Ilam Kongai, their tender bosoms, Kutukalipa, they become desirous to go in front. When they heard when all the Gopikas heard the flute music played by Krishna, their tender bosoms, they rush towards Krishna first. As they go like that, Udal Ullavindu, the body and mind became weakened. Yengum Kavalum Kadandu, they violate all the protective layers. The elders are there, the home is locked, they violate all of those. Kairu Malai Agi Vandu, they come as if there are garlands. Garland has bunch of flowers strung together. So here groups of girls, they come together. It looks like many garlands have come close to Krishna. Kabildi Nindanar, having seen Krishna, they become shy and they put their heads down and they stand there. Is there anything more amazing than this? Asks periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. Here, one thing I have already told previously also, whenever there is talk about eyes, it talks about knowledge. Whenever there is talk about bosoms, it talks about bhakti. So we can usually replace the word and we will get a deeper meaning. So here, when it is said that the young cowherd girls, their bosoms were desirous towards Krishna and running towards him even before the girls, that means the young girls' bhakti is so much inclined towards Krishna. So that is the deeper meaning. So Krishna usually would go to forest, Vrindavanam, and sit on top of a rock or a tree and start playing his flute. And when the beautiful music emanates from the flute, it reaches everywhere in Gokulam. And all the girls from the Gokulam, they all come running towards Krishna. They want to enjoy Krishna's this Leela of playing flute. So that is the beautiful Leela here. And there is also a deeper essence, meaning in this concept of flute. Here, the flute represents Acharya. Krishna, instead of directly singing or speaking to the Gopikas, he is playing the flute. That means Bhagavan speaks to his devotees through his followers, main followers, that is Acharyas. Those who follow his words, they understand his words, they follow his words and they teach these words to others. So those are the Acharyas. Acharya means the one who understands Shastram from elders, one who grasps the essence of Shastrams, and then he has to follow them. It's not just sitting and giving lectures, which is very easy to do. If one is trained to do that, even a 10-year-old boy can give lectures. These days we see many young children come and give lectures. But it's not Acharyatum. Acharyatum is not just giving lectures or giving blessings. That is not what Acharya is. Acharya means, by definition, one who learns essence of Shastram from elders, not on his own, from elders, from Acharyas, and then he follows it. He follows those principles. He applies those principles in his life. And then he teaches others and he encourages and he nurtures others in that same process. That is learning, practicing, implementing, and then teaching others. That is the role of an Acharya. So that is shown by Krishna using the flute to communicate with the Gopikas. Instead of himself singing, he is playing the flute and the flute is conveying the message. All Krishna's emotions are sent through the flute music. So that is the essence here. So you see in the first pasuram, second pasuram now. இடவன் அறை இட தோளோடு சாய்த்து இருகை கூட புருவம் நெறிந்தேற குடவயிறு பட வாய் கடை கூட கோவிந்தன் குழல் கொடு ஊதின போது மடமயில்களோடு மான்பெனை போலே மங்கைமார்கள் மலர் கூந்தல் அவிழ உடை நிகழ ஓர் கையால் துகில் பற்றி ஒல்கியோடு அரிக்கனோட நின்றனரே. How the Gopikas, they are all becoming very much immersed in enjoying Krishna's flute. That is explained in this pasuram. And also there is a beautiful narration of how Krishna plays the flute. Govindan, Krishna. Ida anarai. Anar means beard. And here anar means chin. The reason why chin is said to be anar is because anar means beard. Now Krishna is very young at this time, so he doesn't have beard. So the place of beard is chin. So the left side chin is shown here. Ida anarai. That is the left side chin. Idattolodu saithu. So leaning that left chin on his left shoulder. That is how he is having his posture. So like this. And then irukai kuda. Now he is taking both his hands and having the flute in his hands and he is like this. And then Purvam Nerindera, as he sets out to play the flute, his eyebrows go up like that. So the eyebrows, they stretch up. Vairu, his stomach tummy. Kudam pada. It is becoming rounded like pot, because when we are playing flute, the air will be inhaled and exhaled. When it is inhaled, the stomach will become rounded like a pot. Vai kadai kuda, and then both his lips, they join together. In this particular state, kudal kodu udina podu. He played the flute at that time. He played the flute made of bamboo at that time. மடம் மயில்களோடு மான் பிணை போலே மங்கைமார்கள், all these gopikas, the young gopikas, like beautiful peacock and beautiful female deer. Those girls who resemble such beautiful peacock and beautiful deers, malar kundal avila, they come running. When they come running, their hair, which is decorated with flowers, they become disturbed, they become loosened. Udai negida, and then their waist cloth, that becomes loosened also. At that time, tugil or kayyal patri, the waist cloth which is loosened, those girls, those gopikas, they hold them with their one hand. Olgi, becoming weakened. Arivodu kan voda nindranar. They are standing there with reddish lines and black lines in their eyes, which is again due to overwhelming love towards Krishna. They are having these reddish eyes and reddish lines and blackish lines on their eyes. So that is the way the gopikas remained when they came to see Krishna and enjoy his flute music. So that is the second pasuram. Now third pasuram. Vaanilavarasu Vaikunda Kuttan Vasudevan Madure Mannan. Nandar Konilavarasu Kovalar Kuttan Govindan Kudal Kodu Udina Podu. வானிலம் படியர் வந்து வந்தேண்டி மனமுருகி மலர்கண்கள் பணிப்ப, தேனளவு செறி கூந்தல் அவிழ சென்னி வேர்ப்ப செவி சேர்த்து நின்றனவே. Again in this pasuram, when Krishna is singing, the women from higher planets like Swargam and all, from there they all come down and they enjoy Krishna's flute. It can also be said that the gopikas, who are all looking like heavenly, celestial damsels, women, they are all enjoying Krishna's beautiful flute playing. Vaanilavarasu, the prince of Sri Vaikuntham. Here Krishna is said to be Prince of Vaikuntham, not King of Vaikuntham. That is because if he is a king, then there will be more responsibility. But a prince don't have responsibility, but only enjoyment. He can enjoy freely. So here, since Bhagavan is the topmost enjoyer, he is said to be the youthful prince of Paramadam. Vaikunta Kuttan, the young youthful person who is to be cared by all the Nityasuris who are present in the Paramapadam. Such Vasudevan, one who is born as the son of Vasudeva. Vasudeva's son, Vasudeva. Vasudeva also means one who is all pervading. But here Vasudeva's son can be kept because it is talking about Madurai Mannan next. The one who is the king of Mathura. So, being the son of Vasudeva, he became the king of Mathura. So Vasudeva here can be kept as Vasudeva's son. And then also it is said Nandarkon Ilavarasu. He is also said to be the youthful prince of Nandagopa. Being the son of Nandagopa, he is the prince of Vrindavan also. Kovalar Kuttan. he is also to be cared by all the cowherd men and women, because he is the young, youthful, cheerful boy. Govindan, he is Krishna, one who is very dear to the earth, one who is very dear to the cows. Govinda means one who gives joy to cows, earth, and all. One present in Swargalokam, Ilam Padiyar, those women who are having beautiful body like that of the celestial women. Such women, Vandi Vandi Endi, they are all coming to Sri Vrindavanam in groups, and Manamurigi, they become very melted in their heart. Malar Kangal Panipa, their beautiful flower like eyes. From their beautiful flower like eyes, the joyful um, tears are flowing. தேன் அளவு செறி கூந்தல் அவிழ, the beautiful hair lock of those girls, which are filled with honey, because they have beautiful hair. They have which is decorated with flowers, and those flowers have honey. So having honey in their hair, and as they become loosened, senniverpa, their forehead is having sweat drops. This is because of the joy in seeing Krishna. Having these transformations in their body, sevi சேர்த்து நின்றனர், they kept their ears very close to where the sound of Krishna's flute is coming, and they are enjoying the flute music played by Krishna, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. Next pasuram, fourth pasuram. தேனுக்கன் பிளம்பன் காளியன் என்னும் தீப்பக்கூடுகள் அடங்க உழக்கி, கானகம் படி உலாவி உலாவி கரிஞ்சிறு கண் குழல் ஊதின போது, மேனகையோடு திலோத்தமை அரம்பை உருப்பசியர் அவர் வெள்கி மயங்கி, வானகம் படியில் வாய் திறப்பின்றி ஆடல் பாடல் இவை மாறினர் தாமே. Here, the celestial girls, Ramba, Tilotama, Menaka, they are all Rukmin, Urvashi, they are all coming, and they are all becoming mesmerized by Krishna's flute music. Actually, they are remaining in their Swargalokam, but they are mesmerized by Krishna's flute music, and they stop their dancing and singing because they see Krishna as a better dancer and singer. So they stop their routines. Denukan, Pilamban, Pralambasura, Kaliyan, Kalinga, Ennum Tipa Pudugal, Adanga Udaki, all these asuras, monsters, Denukasura, Pralambasura, and then Kalinga, the Kaliya serpent. All these evil monsters, to have them destroyed. Kan agampadi ulavi ulavi, naturally, freely roaming around in the forest. Who is that? Karum Sirukkan, the one who is having very blackish divine form. Such young boy Krishna, Menagayodu Tilothamai Arambai Urupasi Aravar, all those women, Menaka, Tilotama, Ramba, and then Urvashi, all of these Apsaras Stries, hearing the beautiful flute music, Mayangi Velgi, became bewildered and became shy as well. Vanagam Padil Vaithirapindri, even in the Devaloka as well as the Buloka, in all these places, Adal Padal Ivai Thame Marinar, they stopped singing, they stopped dancing, they stopped all of that, because they see that Krishna is a better singer, better dancer. Why should we do it? When there is a better person we have to hand over the reins to them. For example, we are doing some Kainkariam. If there is someone who is better in that Kainkariam, we have to move away in a dignified manner. Let that person do it. It's also sharing of Kainkariam. It is also showing our dignified nature. So here, all of these celestial singers and dancers, they are stopping their activities and they are letting Krishna do it. So that is this fourth pasuram. Next, fifth pasuram. முன் நரசிங்கமதாகி அவுணன் முக்கியத்தை முடிப்பான் மூவுலகில் மன்னரஞ்சும் மதுசூதனன் வாயில் குழலினோசை செவியை பற்றி வாங்க. நன்னரம்புடைய தும்புருவோடு நாரதனும் தந்தம் வீணை மறந்து கிண்ணற மிதுனங்களும் தம் தம் கிண்ணறம் தொடியிலோம் என்றனரே. Here, another celestial species, Kinnara, they are identified. They are musicians. They play some musical instrument named Kinnara. Their musical instrument is also known as Kinnara. They stop playing that musical instrument, saying, we happily listen to the divine music played by Krishna through his flute. So we don't need to play any musical instrument. Similarly, Tumburu, Narada, they all forget their veena and stop engaging in their musical acts. Instead, they want to just listen to Krishna's flute. So that is explained in this pasuram. Mun narasingam adu agi avunan mukiyathai mudipan. Previously, in the past, when Prahlada was tormented, when many other sages were tormented, Bhagavan took the Narasimha Rupam. He incarnated as Narasimha. And then he destroyed Hiranya's supremacy. Hiranya was claiming himself to be supreme. He destroyed, Bhagavan destroyed all of that. Moovalagil Mannaranjum Madhusudanan. In all the three worlds, all the kings, they are all scared towards Krishna. They are all fearing Krishna. Madhusudanan, that Krishna's Vayil Kulalin Osai. The bamboo flute which was placed in his mouth, and he played the beautiful tune through that. Seviyai Patri Vanga, as that music goes and pulls everyone's ears. Nal Narambudaya Tumburuvodu, the Tumburu Munivar, and then Narada Maharshi. These are standard devotees who are engaged in doing musical service to Bhagavan, playing musical instrument and serving Bhagavan. Both Tumburu and Narada Maharshi. So they were having veena in their hands. Tam veena marandu. They forgot their veena. Veena is again a string instrument. So they forgot their veena. And then Kinnara Midunangalum, the species which were known as Kinnara Midunam, even those Tam Kinnaram Todigilom endanar. They said, we will no longer touch our musical instrument because we see Krishna is playing his flute so beautifully. Every night he is going to be playing that in the forest. So let us just listen to that. No need for us to play any music, says all of those Kinnaras and Tumburu and Narada. That was fifth pasuram. Now sixth pasuram. Semperuntadangannan Tiraltholan Devagi Siruvan Devargal Singam Nam Paraman Innal Pulaluda Ketavargal Idaruttana Kelir Amparantirium Kandapparellam Amudagida Valayal Surukundu நம்பரமன்று என்று நாணிமயங்கி நைந்து சோர்ந்து கை மதித்து நின்றனரே. Another beautiful pasuram. Here Gandharvas are vocal singers. They are usually singing with their mouth and bringing joy to others. those Gandharvas, they became attracted to Krishna's music, flute music, and they say, we are not going to sing anymore. We are just going to listen to Krishna's music. So that is the theme of this pasuram. Semberun Tadangannan. Krishna, who is having reddish, very expansive, divine eyes, and having divine large shoulders, Tiral Todan, very expansive shoulders, which shows his strength. Devaki Siruvan, he is the divine son of Devaki Pirati. Devargal Singam, he is like a lion for the Devatas, like the leader for the Devatas. Nam Paraman, he is our Lord, our Supreme Lord, Paramapurusha, that Krishna, in Nal Kudaluda, on this day, as he is playing this bamboo flute, Ketavargal, those who listened to that, those who heard that, Idar Uttana Kelir, they became tormented. Let me tell you how they became tormented, says periyAzhwAr. Ambaram, what is that sorrow, what is that torment they went through? It's actually a happy torment. Ambaram, on the sky, Tiriyum, roaming around. Gandapparellam, all the Gandharvas are usually roaming around and singing songs. Amudam Geedam Balayal, all of those Gandharvas, by the beautiful divine nectar-like flute music, which is like a net which captures people. Surukundu, being caught in that. Nambaram Andru Endru. Now, this singing is no longer our responsibility. Krishna is doing it. So every day he is going to sing songs. I don't need to sing anything. Nambaram Endru. Even those who previously they were singing, even for that, Nani Mayangi Naindu Sordu, they became very shy, shameful, and they lost their mind and they became weak, and even their body became broken. Kai Marithi Nindanar, coming to this particular state, being totally melted for Krishna's flute music, they said, now we cannot be anyway engaged in any musical activity. So folding their hands, they stood there saying, we cannot do anything in this anymore. Next pasuram. புவியில் நான் கண்டதோர் அற்புதம் கேளீர் பூனிமேக்கும் இளங்கோவலர் கூட்டத்து அவையுள் நாகத்தனையான் குழலூத அமரலோகத்தளவும் சென்று இசைப்ப அவி உணா மறந்து வானவரெல்லாம் ஆயர்பாடி நிறைய புகுந்தீண்டி செவியுணாவின் சுவை கொண்டு மகிழ்ந்து கோவிந்தனை தொடர்ந்தென்றும் விடாரே. Even the devatas, not only the celestial women, but even all the devatas, they forgot their havis. Havis is the offering given in the yajnas. They forgot that and they have all come here to listen to this divine music from your flute, says periyAzhwAr. புவியில் நான் கண்டது ஓர் அற்புதம் கேளீர். On this earth, you listen to a beautiful, amazing aspect. Let me tell you that. பூனி மேய்க்கும் இளம் கோவலர். Puni means cow and cattle. The cowherd boys who are tending the cows in that assembly of huge number of cowherd boys in that sabai, in that assembly, Nagatanayan Kulaluda, the Sheshasai, Krishna, who is the one resting on the Adishesha, as he is playing this flute, that flute sound, that flute's music, Amaralogatadavum Sendri Isaipa, it went up to the Devalokam, where the celestial beings are there. as it went there and it resounded there. Vanavarellam avi unam arandu. All the devatas there, they were all waiting for this havis. When the humans offer yajna and havis in that yajna, the devatas become satisfied and they pour rain. So that is their responsibility. All those devatas, they forgot their consumption of that havis. ஆயர்பாடி நிறைய புகுந்து ஈண்டி, they came, all the celestial beings, they all came to this Gokulam, the place of the cowherds, and they became very crowded and dense. செவியுள் நா இன் சுவை கொண்டு மகிழ்ந்து. In their ear, the inside portion consuming the beautiful taste of the Krishna's flute music and becoming joyful in their mind. கோவிந்தனை தொடர்ந்து என்றும் விடார். They chased Krishna, running behind him, and they will remain without separating from him forever. They became very immersed in Krishna's flute music. That is the devatas. All the devatas like Indra, Varuna, all of those, they became very attracted to Krishna's flute music and became immersed in it, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. Next pasuram. சிறுவிரல்கள் தடவி பரிமாற செங்கன் கோட செய்யவாய் கொப்பளிப்ப, குருவையர் குருவம் கூடலிப்ப, கோவிந்தன் குழல் கொடு ஊதின போது, பறவையின் கணங்கள் கூடு துறந்து வந்து சூழ்ந்து படுகாடு கிடப்ப, கறவையின் கணங்கள் கால் பரப்பிட்டு கவிழ்ந்திறங்கி செவியாட்ட இல்லாவே. Very beautiful narration of how Krishna is playing the flute here. சிறுவிரல்கள் தடவி பரிமாற, as Krishna is very small, tender fingers, as they play the flute, they cover the holes and open the holes. So that's how they play the flute, like this. As they do it, Semkan Koda, his reddish lotus-like eyes became changed, transformed due to playing the flute. Seyyavai Koppadipa, his beautiful reddish lips, due to the playing of the flute music, they become filled with saliva. Kuruvayar kuruvam kudalipa, as his eyebrows, as the eyebrows go up and become curved. In this divine posture, Krishna was playing the flute. Hearing that flute music, Paravain Kanangal, the groups of birds, Kudu Turandu, Vandu Suldu Padugadi Kadapa, just like the cowherd girls, they came running. All the birds too, they abandoned their nests and they came running, they came flying, I should say, flying, and they surrounded Krishna and they became immersed in the music, remaining on the ground, like a forest which was knocked down, like a tree which was knocked down, which will remain on the ground. Similarly, all the birds, they came and they surrounded Krishna, lied on the ground, and they became mesmerized. And then Karavain Kanangal Kal Parapite, all the cows and the calves, all of them stretching their legs, their feet. Kavildi Irangi, you see usually the cows, they will be sitting, having their feet stretched. And then Kavildi Irangi, they hung their head down, being immersed in enjoying the music coming from Krishna's flute. Having their head looking down, Sevi Attagilla, they are not even shaking their ears. They are so immersed in the flute music, they cannot even shake their ears, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. Next pasuram, that is ninth pasuram. In this padiyam, there are 11 pasurams. Mostly there are 10 pasurams, but some padiyams have 11 pasurams. திரண்டெழுத திரண்டெழு தழைமுகில் வண்ணன் செங்கமலமலர் சூழ் வண்டினம் போலே சுருண்டிரண்ட குழல் தாழ்ந்த முகத்தான் ஊதுகின்ற குழலோசை வழியே மருண்டு மான்கணங்கள் மேய்கை மறந்து மேய்ந்து புல்லும் கடைவாய் வழி சோர இரண்டு பாடும் துலுங்கா புடைபெயரா எழுது சித்திரங்கள் போல நின்றனவே. All the animals in the forest, when they started listening to Krishna's flute music, they couldn't move anywhere. They remained like drawn pictures, images. They remained so still. That is explained in this pasuram. திரண்டு எழு தழை மழை முகில் வண்ணன். One who is having cloud-like complexion. That cloud is also not ordinary cloud. It's a group of clouds. It's very well enriched, and it's kalamegam, that is very dark cloud, having such divine form. Krishna is having such divine form. Sem kamala சூழ் வண்டினம் போலே சுருண்டி இருண்ட குழல் தாழ்ந்த முகத்தான். Krishna's face is beautifully narrated here. Just like a lotus flower will be surrounded by beetles. This lotus flower will be reddish in color, and the beetles will surround that. Similarly, Krishna's face is like a reddish lotus flower, and the hair looks like very dark beetles which are covering the flower. So, having such divine face, ஊதுகின்ற, playing, blowing, குழல் ஓசை வழியே, through the beautiful flute music, through that, மான்கணங்கள் மருண்டு மேய்கை மறந்து, all the deers, they become bewildered and they forgot to graze the grass there. மேய்ந்த புல்லும் கடைவாய் வழி சோர, even the grass which was taken by the animals to let them fall by the side of their mouth. மேய்ந்த புல்லும் கடைவாய் வழி சோர, to make it fall down. இரண்டு பாடும் துலுங்கா புடைபெயரா. The cattle, even though they are swaying their feet in both ways, even if they are doing that, they are not moving. Rather, they are எழுது சித்திரங்கள் போல் நின்றன. They are like drawings on the wall. Will they make any move? Will they move in any way? No. Similarly, all these animals, they became still, looking at Krishna's beautiful flute playing. That is 9th pasuram. 10th pasuram. கருங்கண் தோகையில் பீலி அணிந்து கட்டி நன்குடுத்த பீதக வாடை. அருங்கல உருவின் ஆயர் பெருமான் அவனொருவன் குழல் ஊதின போது மரங்கள் நின்று மது தாரைகள் பாயும் மலர்கள் வீழும் வளர்கொம்புகள் தாழும் இறங்கும் கூம்பும் திருமால் நின்ற பக்கம் நோக்கி அவை செய்யும் குணமே. In this pasuram, the engagement of trees and plants and creepers, that is shown. Not only humans and animals and celestial beings which were drawn towards Krishna, but even plants and trees, even they started going towards Krishna. And they are also melting. That is the situation. கருங்கண் தோகை மயில் பீலி அணிந்து. The peacock feathers are worn as decoration by Krishna on his crown. So the peacock feathers which are decorating those the crown of Krishna, and then Nangu Katti Udutta Pidhagamadi. He is wearing his beautiful Pitambaram, Arunkalam, having very rare ornaments, wearing those. Uruvin, having divine, beautiful form, having such form which is having all of these Pitambaram, all the Abharanas and all of that. Malargal Veelum. Sorry. Such Krishna, when he played the flute, Marangal Nindru, even the insentient trees, even they remained firm when he is playing the flute. And then to reveal their inner melting emotions, Madhu Taragal Payum, the Makaranda, that is the pollens, they are all shed out by the trees. So that is happening now. Malargal Veelum. So even the trees are letting out their emotions. Malargal Veelum. All the flowers will fall down, hoping that they will reach Krishna's lotus feet. Valar Kombugal Thalum. Even the branches which go upwards, even them they are going down. Irangum. Even those trees themselves become melted. Kumbum. They would lower down themselves just as one is performing Anjali. So having very short branches, when they bend, it looks like they are performing Anjali. In this manner, all of these trees, Thirumal Nindra Nindra Pakkam Noki, wherever Krishna is present, towards that direction, all the trees are turning towards that direction. Seyyum Guname, what a beautiful worship they are doing in their capacity. Even the trees and plants, they are all worshipping Krishna in their capacity by lowering their branches, their flowers, and so on towards Krishna, towards his direction. That is 10th Pasuram. Finally, the 11th Pasuram. குழலிருண்டு சுருண்டேறிய குஞ்சி கோவிந்தனுடைய கோமள வாயில் குழல் முழஞ்சுகளனோடு குமிழ்த்து கொழித்து எழுந்த அமுத புனல் தன்னை குழல் முழவம் விளம்பும் புதுவைக்கோன் விட்டு சித்தன் விரித்த தமிழ் வல்லார் குழலை வென்ற குளிர் வாயினராகி சாதுகோட்டியுள் கொல்லப்படுவாரே. Sadhugoti means Sadhugoti, the assembly of very noble Sri Vaishnavas. Those who are desirously, committedly learning this decade and reciting this decade will be accepted in Sri Vaishnava Goshti, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. Irundu surundu ஏரிய குழல் குஞ்சி, dark, curly and lengthy hair. Having such hair, கோவிந்தனுடைய கோமளம் வாயில், such Krishna's beautiful mouth, beautiful lips, the flute which was kept and played, குழல் முழஞ்சுகளனோடு, this bamboo flute is having holes through which the air will flow and make music when the air is blown through them. So in that holes, kumilthu, becoming bubbles, all the saliva from Krishna's divine mouth, they come out through that holes. And after that, those bubbles burst. கொழித்து எழுந்த அமுதம் புனல் தன்னை. At that time, the saliva becomes flowing. That divine nectarian saliva, குழல் முழவம் விளம்பும் புதுவை கோன் விட்டு சித்தன். That saliva is compared to, this flute sound is compared to such saliva. So this flute sound is so divine that it is compared to the sweet saliva of Krishna. You would think, how can one enjoy another person's saliva? But Bhagavan's saliva is also very divine. So it will be enjoyable. It will be like nectar. So like that nectar, these pAsurams are also nectar, says periyAzhwAr. Such periyAzhwAr who divinely gave this pAsurams, this decade, who is that periyAzhwAr? He is the leader of Sri Villiputtur. Viritha Tamil Vallar. In an expansive way, he explained these beautiful Tamil pAsurams. Those who can sing these pAsurams, Kulalai Vendra Kulir Vainaragi, their speech will be even better than the divine flute of Krishna. So their speech is also more relishable and more enjoyable than the flute music of Krishna. So having such beautiful speech and beautiful way of expressing themselves, becoming in that way sadhu goti, after that naturally they will be accepted in the Sri Vaishnava Goshti, the assembly of Sri Vaishnava devotees. Kollapaduvar, parigrahikapaduvar, they will be accepted. So that is the greatest fortune one can imagine when one is in this samsara. One should desire to be in a sadhu goti, in the goti of divine Bhagavatas. Subsequently also, that is our goal. We would like to be in the assembled devotees, Nitya Suris and Muktas in Paramapadam. They are also sadhu. They are also divine devotees of Bhagavan. So that is explained as the result of this particular Padigam. So those who are engaged in learning and reciting and understanding the meanings of this particular decade, they will become accepted in Sri Vaishnava Goshti, says periyAzhwAr in this pAsuram. With this particular decade comes to an end. In the next session, we will see the 7th decade, Ayyapuluthi. Alvar Thirudikale Sharanam, Emberumanar Thirudikale Sharanam, Jiyar Thirudikale Sharanam, periyAzhwAr Thirudikale Sharanam, Kanchi Swami Thirudikale Sharanam.